Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do start, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of things have happened. We had Izuku. Izuku, him, Mina, Max, and Mark. These four were going through quite a bit of things. Deku, he met an old friend of his, Bakugo Katsuki, and Bakugo quickly put together a few things. Deku, he was a superhero running around with strange abilities, and the Omnitrix, aka as he calls it the Watch, is what allows him to do this. He tried to take the Omnitrix from Izuku. However, it sounded out a burst of lightning and hit Bakugo. Now, Bakugo, yeah, he ran off, though he did have a few crazy abilities of his own now, and he definitely was quite intrigued. He wants power. He wants more. And that is an issue. Not only for Izuku, but because he's not the only one who wants it. Vilgax. He has been waiting idly by for a month. And in that amount of time, a child has been upsetting every one of his schemes to gain that watch. That watch is rightfully his, and he wants it. He has been delayed. The boy took out robots, drones, and bounty hunters, and now he will tend to this himself. He will take on Izuku, face the wielder of the Omnitrix, and battle. See if they are truly worthy of that watch. Because, hopefully, from what he does understand, he doesn't live up to it. Either he's worthy and this is a fun challenge, or he takes his head as a trophy. Well, this has become quite personal. Now, with that being said, we do currently have Izuku. Izuku right now doesn't want to sit there at breakfast. All of them somewhat eating. And Deku does look down at his meal, because it was crung on the ground an hour ago. And Deku doesn't want to talk about it. I mean, he didn't mess up. Izuku, you did. But how was I supposed to know? I mean, what? That freaking villain trashed the airport and that's my fault? Izuku. Okay, fine, I admit. But it's not my fault. The Omnitrix gave me upgrade. And besides, I kind of just... I don't know what to tell you, Grandpa. I tried to make the best of what I could, but I was trying for Accelerate. I understand, Izuku, but you caused a lot of damage. I know. But this thing is acting up. I mean, it's been acting weird lately, too. Though, I think it might be because I'm messing with the dial. Izuku, don't. Listen, we don't have time to wait for you to, well, turn back human and head out. Especially if we're going to be taking my friend's plane. Yeah, okay, Gramps. But I mean, could I see if I can go gray matter then? Why gray matter? I just want to do a few things. I mean, just mainly focus on some data I've been trying to figure out. Data? Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to figure this thing out a bit. Maybe if I get proper control over it, I mean, I could do a lot more. Plus, there's a new guy in the Omnitrix. Huh? Now, currently they do still going to stop. And Deku's going to talk about it. Yeah, I mean, look, he's kind of figured out a lot of things about this watch. So he wants him to see. Deku pressing the button. And Vilgax, he does get a ping on his systems. Right now, Deku is going to scroll through. Okay, no. There he is. Well, what on earth is that? Not Earth, Grandpa. Space. I don't know. I think I put in the code, and I unlocked it, or... Well, it's like... I mean, it's a universal weapon, but it also might be the universe's most advanced Rubik's Cube? Izuku. I'm not so sure. Though, hmm, maybe you can test it in New Mexico. Right, but Grandpa, can I ask another question? Now, right now, Mark and Ken do still gonna sit there. As Deku should ask, how exactly do they know David's shield? Now, currently Ken does keep driving, and he doesn't really say a lot about it. That's a story for another day. And, well, it was the plumbers. Mark turning his head, and currently Ken is going to turn, staring daggers at his buddy. It's a long story, Izuku. Right, but I mean, he knows All Might. Yes, he does. And I sort of look up to the guy. Okay, Izuku. Listen, there is one lie I have told you. There is? Yeah, I didn't buy that framed, signed autograph of All Might. He gave it to me. I asked him about it. You wait, really? Yeah, it was a favor. Plus, he himself understands, at least caring about a kid. Does he? Oh, wait, he has a son? Not exactly. Now, currently Ken does somewhat think. He hasn't seen Melissa since she was how old now? He is getting old. That on his mind. However, there currently is Izuku, who is somewhat messing around with the dial on the Omnitrix. Come on, can he get something good? I mean, there's a lot of cool superheroes in comics and stuff like that, so maybe gravity powers or no, something better. Hmm, can he turn into? Well, I mean, there is that one alien from that one old movie. Does he have one of those in here, or is that just his wild mutt? Or the two are kind of similar. No. Wait, does he have an ice alien? He does have a ghost one, so okay. Now, Deku is still somewhat trying to fumble around. Left, right. And it is trying to do two more rights. Him trying to unlock something in the Omnitrix. However, they already know exactly what city the Omnitrix is in. And they are a little bit more happy. Saves him the time. And currently there actually is Vilgax, who does come crashing down into the city. And everyone there is somewhat alarmed where a massive ball started to roll around and destroy an entire city block. And heroes, they already tried to move in. However, Vilgax, he did not make things easy. And everyone, they were kind of alarmed. And there actually was Izuku, who currently whenever his grandpa does get stuck in traffic, there actually is a massive rolling ball, which does come rolling up, smashing through the air and crashing into another building. Deku staring on, him just thinking, okay, that looks alien, so this is a job for upgrade. Now, Deku's gonna bring his hand up, him smashing down into the Omnitrix, thinking, as currently he does get 4 arms. Now, Deku, he does want to stand there, and then he does get out of the RV, and that's a little bit more challenging. However, Deku, he currently doesn't want to turn. Right now, him watching that massive thing, so I'm going to roll back out. And right now, it does going to do one thing. It splits open and does going to reveal a door. It's going to open up as well as Vilgax has come stepping out. And right now, he is better than ever. Now, there actually is Ken and Mark. The two dudes are on with their eyes wide. Proof he's alive. And currently Deku, his just won't stare on. It's that guy from that bounty hunter. No way. And currently Izuku, he's rushing forwards. And there actually is Mina, who does want to talk about it. Whoa! and the two do still stare at Vilgax. Mina gonna turn her head and stare directly at Ken, and right now his eyes, they are full of pure fear, terror. And then there actually is Izuku, who right now, who went charging right at Vilgax. He had one simple thing happen. Vilgax stepped forwards, and the moment Izuku tried to throw out his hand, he brought his hand up and blocked it. Him gonna grab Izuku with his right arm and pick him up in the air by his head, talking about it. So they finally meet. He is the one who wields the Omnitrix. Now, Deku's quite alarmed, and right now he does just stare down at Vilgax. Him gonna bring his other hand up, as right now Vilgax is gonna do one thing. He throws him down to the ground, and then he's gonna pull his hand back. Him talking about it. He is nothing more than a mere child, and the fact that he does have that, it irks him. It makes him angry, and he is going to take out some of that frustration before he does relieve him of the Omnitrix. Now, Deku's still lay there. Vilgax bringing his hand down, as Deku, he actually threw up his top right arm, smashing it into Vilgax's face as he's trying to bring up his other arm. Vilgax gonna grab it, and I'm gonna turn. Him gonna chuck Izuku through the air as Deku does a smashing through a building. I don't know Ken, he does at least see Deku crash through the wall and get sent flying. As right now Deku, he does go flying through and smashing down, crashing into a building and flying off of it, before hitting the ground. And right now Ken does his own snap back to reality, watching Vilgax leap through the air and cause a massive sound burst. Now, that did somewhat alarm him. Him shaking back to reality. As Rennie does his own turn, and there actually is Mark, who still does have the 1,000-yard stare. And currently there actually is Mina, who does gotta dump a glass of water on her grandpa as Mina's a turn. Him immediately talking about it. Get the suit. Now, the two, they were both gonna get ready. And the heroes, they are trying to step in. But Vilgax, he is unrelenting. The man shows all these earthlings are simply beneath him. And he does make that quite apparent. Earth does still have its plague, but the creatures here, they've definitely changed to increase their own potential. Maybe they will be useful. Now, currently a Protoss comes running up to him. Vilgax bringing his hand down and swiping them out of the air. The man being sent flying through the air at high speeds. And currently there's a crash into something as Deku does this, don't sit back up. And currently there actually is Vilgax, who does don't stand there, bring his hands up as his muscles start to bulge, expressing to Izuku, he expected a challenge, but all he got was somebody who doesn't know how to fight. Hasn't the boy ever faced an opponent stronger than him? Now, they're gonna stare at Vilgax. Him, someone's still boasting, as he's actually start charging forward towards Izuku. And Deku, he actually doesn't get onto his feet. Him rushing towards Vilgax as the two do go to meet. Now, Deku and Vilgax, these two are definitely in for a bit of an interesting fight. And Mark and Ken can hear it in the distance. As right now their actions are, Mina doesn't want to stand there. Both the two running out of the RV and going to look down, activating their boots and going to fly up into the air. And Mina, this sucks. She feels like she's being sidelined. However, she doesn't see the two fly off. And right now that does somewhat give her an idea. Now, there currently is Izuku. Izuku, he was sent crashing through the air. Him currently flying through a building as acts Vilgax, who is not too far behind. Deku does a crashing through the other end. Vilgax running through the building and leaping through the air. Him currently flying down and smash right into Izuku. The two crashing through an apartment complex and flying down 5 levels out to the side. As Deku's landing on the ground and he's not going to lay there. Him going to bring his hand up. Him punching Vilgax across the face as Vilgax doesn't bring his hands up. Him grabbing Deku by the arms and smashing his head right into him. And Deku's a lot more alarmed, as Vilgax does bring his hand down, smashing it down on Deku's throat, talking about it. So this is the wielder of the Omnitrix. He is disappointed, though he has had plenty of fun. I'm going to bring up his claw and tap onto Deku's shoulder. And Deku does go to lay there for a second. Huh? How? What? Hmm, you have much to learn, boy. As I said, the watch is mine. Now, Deku doesn't float there in the air. Him a bit hurt. And right now, Deku, he's not too sure what to do. As Vilgax is to summon his ship, and he does get ready. Right now, his ship is coming down from orbit. And the heroes, they are still trying to get Vilgax in custody. They saw he had forearms, but then he just turned into a kid. And that alarmed a lot of people. Now, currently, Deku, he was taken away. And people, they were definitely a lot more alarmed. But there was something that alarmed them a lot more. The military, they started to move in. And that's just the first part of everything. Deku, a boy they saw, apparently was forearms. I mean, it was some sort of ability, quirk. No one's really too clear on that. And that's the troubling part. They didn't get a good look at them, but they just know that forearms has a secret identity. And that means a lot, especially in the world of pros. And currently, there actually was Deku, who was taken back to Vilgax's sphere, and the two rolled away. And Deku, he was taken captive by the alien. Now, there currently is Ken and Mark. The two are trying to figure out what to do. I mean, their guns might work, but that's not definite. They need something with a big boom to take him down. And I mean a big boom. Now, there actually is Mark, who does sort of talk about a few things. Him expressing, when they do get back to the rust bucket, about what they do know. And Ken does talk about it. He's giving David a call, letting him know how dangerous the situation is. And if everyone gets put on high alert, that does mean a lot. Right now, it's all hands on deck. Vilgax might get the Omnitrix. Now, this does somewhat worry Mina. Mina tried to use the hoverboard, but yeah, that needs a lot of practice. And this didn't really turn out too well. And Mina, she wants to step in and help. Izuku's her best friend, and she's not going to let him be taken by some squid-faced jerk. Now, it just made sense. And Mina, yeah, she does look at her grandpa. And Ken does try to talk about a few things. Mark should know what to do. Something entering their atmosphere or exiting they should be able to find. Though, hopefully it's the latter. The rust bucket can't exactly go to space. Now, we do actually have Izuku, who currently was taken back to Vilgax's ship and knocked out. And right now, he was put to a machine. Things are going to be quite simple. They are going to extract the Omnitrix from him, and then whenever everything is said and done, they will dispose of him. He has outlived his usefulness. And Deku, yeah, he's not really too sure what to do. He's kind of freaking out a bit, and he can't remove his arm from this stupid thing. I mean, if he could just go Ghost Freak. Or, hey, that is a good name for it. Now, Izuku just try to think. The Freaky Ghost. Right. He'll save that one for later, but okay. Now, right now Vilgax just to outline a few more things. Talking about a lot. He is going to enjoy this thoroughly. Once in orbit, they will take time to extract the Omnitrix. They will make sure it is painful, because after they leave this planet, that's all. It's just that simple. And that means quite a lot. Now, currently Deku, he doesn't sit there, and he does have a few things going through his mind. Vilgax is powerful. More powerful than forearms? Okay, so, well, how does he Mm, okay, no, no. He's on a spaceship. Upgrade would work fine here, but gray matter. Gray matter, he could find an escape pod. He could set the space to self-destruct. He could just do something good. He can do something good here. He knows that. Okay, but hmm, okay. Accelerate. That's a pretty good option. And this guy's strong, but okay, like any good tactic, it must just be his armor, right? Like a squid, so no, Ripjaws wouldn't be able to do that. I mean, he'd have to take off the guy's head. That on Izuku's mind. And Deku does try to go back to a few more things. Okay, so let's try going through it again. Okay, so Heat Blast maybe. Maybe drying him out can help. I mean, that thing on his face, the mask or whatever, it could be useful. That right on his mind. And Deku, he definitely has a few ideas forming. And he's just hoping that a lot of them, they can work. But Ghost Freak, yeah, he needs him right now. Currently, let's get back over to Mina and everyone else. Izuku, he was abducted by Vilgax and taken. But they need all hands on deck. And currently, there actually is everyone. Everyone who's somewhat gathered together. We currently have Ken. We have Mark. And we have David Shield. Now, there also is Mina. She is not supposed to be here. She was supposed to be staying with this Melissa girl who would look after her, but Izuku's her best friend. And she is not going to let her best friend be abducted by aliens. That's a real sentence she just said. Well, this is definitely going to be a wild adventure. Now, let us currently cut to Izuku. Izuku, he won't sit there. Him trying to complain and yell at Vilgax. Whenever he gets out of here, he's going to kick his butt. Quite arrogant, aren't you? It's not arrogance. I'm learning how to work this thing. It's quite simple, boy. I don't expect you to understand. The URX, she was heading to Earth to deliver that device to the plumbers. I, however, intercepted the messages. And that's what led me to that device. I've heard rumors of its existence for years. And now, it's mine. To think. It fell into the wrong hands. What? What are you talking about? Now, Vilgax is going to walk right up. Him holding up his weapon and bringing it up to Deku's wrist. Him putting it just above the area right where his arm is connected to this massive device. And he has to go to explain. The Omnitrix was not meant to be in the hands of a mere child. He needs to understand. Or is he too simple-minded to understand this? He got the watch by mistake. It was meant to go to a plumber. Now, Deku's alarmed. And currently there actually is, or Vilgax does get a turn. Him walking back over to his table and talking about a few things. And right now Izuku, he does say they're alarmed. A plumber? A plumber was supposed to get the watch and... But, wait, this thing fell in the forest by Grandpa's house. He wasn't supposed to... Grandpa was supposed to have this. Now, Deku's kind of heartbroken. He thought he was special. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And to have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.